I'm Argenis Angulo. I'm from Venezuela. This year I have the honor to be the president of Junior Chamber International. That is a worldwide organization that develops leaders around the world.
So what made you join JCI?
I joined JCI 21 years ago because I was watching TV and I saw one interview in which the local president mentioned that they were working in community projects. And at this moment of my life, I was very involved and sensitive to the community needs. And it was the main motivation for me to be part of a community that is working in other communities to provide solutions in terms of the more important needs. And well, when I joined, I discovered not only a way to serve communities, but also to grow and develop my own leadership skills. And since that moment, I can say that I am completely in love with the JCI methodology.
So we have interviewed other JCI members like in JCI Myanmar before, and they are very positive about JCI. How has your work in JCI rewards you?
The most important thing is that JCI provides me the opportunity to discover myself, to discover my possibilities, the talents that I never thought that I can develop, but I develop it. And I developed in JCI. JCI provided me the opportunity to discover my power, if I can say, the same power that each single young people have, but not all people know that. And I think that JCI is the perfect context to ensure that each single young person that joining us discover their capabilities, their possibilities.
Some information about you shows that you are a good writer and have a large and steady readership, I know. So what kind of articles do you write? So what areas of research have you done?
Thank you for that question. I write about politics, about community, about economy, about all the human science, but with the perspective of responsibility. I, for example, can talk about the most important news around the world and about the decisions of our leaders, of our presidents of republics, for example, but I always try to touch these topics from the perspective of the citizens, from the perspective of the business people, from the perspective of the students, from the perspective of who are responsible to be part of. Talking about the same topics that are on the highlights, but trying to attend this topic with the other vision, the vision that is not only to criticize or is not only to analyze, but more the vision to ask you, what can you do? What can we do with that? Is that is happening in this part of the world? What can we do to be part of the solution, or how can we support? Or if we cannot do nothing, okay, what is the focus that can we have? And always I try to ensure that my communicational work provide questions and invitations to activate the initiative of people in my country, on my city, and in JCI, depending on the audience that is addressed this article or column.
Let's talk about JCI. JCI is committed to nurturing talent. What is the importance of talent in this day and age, in your opinion?
The talent on JCI is key, and what we do is to provide opportunities for people that wants to develop this talent. But this talent needs discipline. It's discipline to study, to practice also, to improve and improve and improve, because at the end, it's not only the talent. There are people that have a lot of talent, but are not deciding in best time in improve and take advantage of this talent to ensure to be a professional, for example, in the area in which he or she have the talent. What we think and what we provide in JCI is an opportunity for people that know their talent and can put this talent on practice to build something bigger, or people that don't know their talents but will discover their talents here. In that sense, definitely each single person, each single people have their own own talents, have their own recipe. And what we try to do is ensure that they discover it and they put that on the service of our communities through business projects, community projects, internationalism, or skills development.
Have you ever, or the entire organization, encountered a very difficult and tough problem? How did you solve it?
Yes, definitely. Yes. I have this year 21 years as JCI member, and definitely in this journey I experienced different difficulties. In Venezuela, we live a huge crisis exactly during these 20 last years. In economical crisis, political crisis, and was very difficult, for example, in this stage to be part of an international organization and to be present. And what we do in these moments, not only what we did in JCI Venezuela is first, establish a strategy, working as a team, ensuring that each single project are not failed, or what is the strategy that we will face on these challenging times. At the end, what I would like to say is, when you face a challenge, when you are in front of a big change, what you should do and what we did here is, ensure that the entire team is involved on the strategy. Is the first thing, because if not, in the moment of the big challenge, each single person can have weakness. But if you're working with a great team, and this team is clear in terms of the perspective and have the great reasons for ensure the discipline, you will achieve it. And that's what we did. In JCI Venezuela, we passed the most difficult moments of the country, and now I can say JCI Venezuela is growing, and it's growing because on the time of challenges, we work as a team. We were more close, each one with each other on the team, for ensure that each single person understood that you are not alone. We are together on that, and that mission will unite us.
So, what's your impression of Hong Kong? What is JCI's plan in Hong Kong?
Hong Kong and JCI Hong Kong is an amazing organization. As JCI president, I can tell you I'm absolutely proud of our members in JCI Hong Kong, of their professionalism, but at the same time passion and energy to ensure that each single project, each single initiative is do it in the best way that is possible. It's a very diverse organization as the country. You have a great heritage, but at the same time you have modern, absolutely modern buildings and projects. It's the same in JCI. We have in JCI Hong Kong, we have heritage, we have a great stories and a great history in JCI Hong Kong, senators, advisors that are part of the organization, and young people that is arriving to the organization with this amazing energy and passion, and this balance between the history and respecting the history, but also the welcoming to the modernity and the news and the new ways is amazing how work on Hong Kong, and is open to new technologies and new projects that is creating for very talented young people. It's amazing.
So where will you focus your efforts and the organization's efforts in the future?
We are working for a start, and I will tell that in a very relevant way, because we really think that we are called, this generation is called to do that. We want to start a new era in the history of humanity, an era in which the next generations understood that we not only have rights to defend, that we at the same time have duties. What we are doing, and this year especially, we approved in our World Congress in Hong Kong a document that is a milestone for the entire humanity. We approve a universal declaration of human duties. In a world that is always and only talking about rights, we will continue defending, promoting our rights, but first of all, understanding our individual and common responsibilities and duties. When we see the future, we see a future conform and lead with people, JCI members, for example, that understand this sense of duty and that show that to the next generations, to be more responsible of our planet, more responsible of our teams, more responsible of our economies, more responsible of our families, more responsible of our countries. Not only waiting for the leaders and the big corporations. No, each single person should assume their minimum responsibilities as part of the community. This is the future that we dream, and we really think that we are starting contributing with this basis for the amazing future that we want to create.